All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about the use of altered tunings, not so much when it comes to building chords and comparing that against the kinds of chords you get in standard tuning, but just some of the advantages to altered tunings when you're playing in a two hands on the fingerboard tapping style. And the first part of the exploration into altered tunings that most of us go through as guitarists is when you're in standard tuning and you take your low E string and drop it down to D. And here's that D right now on this guitar. There's a low D. I can hardly sing that low. And if you leave your fifth string alone with that A, you have a relationship there that all rock guitar players know as a power chord. And that power chord is a root and a fifth, a perfect fifth interval relationship. And when you're tuned this way, it means that if you use one finger of your bass note hand, you can play power chords up and down the neck with just one attack. Now, that's not really tremendously in tune, is it? Let's find out what's wrong with that. Oh, my root's a little sharp. All right. So when I hit that with one finger, it's the same thing as me holding a power chord and strumming it. And I'm doing the job of two hands with one finger, essentially. And a lot of my tunes take advantage of that. And this guitar tuning, let's just go through it quickly. It's D, A, D, E, B, A. We've talked about this in some of the other segments. D, A, D, E, B, A. So I've got a lot of D's and I have a lot of A's. And when I think of the key of A, I think of a lot of A chords and D chords working together. So maybe this could be a neat tuning for me to explore a melody in the key of A. So I can do that little melodic figure in the key of A. And I can add an A bass note. And it moves to D. I'll start again. Having somebody playing, you know, a power chord, for lack of a better term, everybody, like a power chord pattern, and with a lead player playing the melody on top of it. So I've got like essentially a rhythm guitar player playing something very, very simple, which is guitar player. So I'm not limited to just the notes that are associated with the open strings, however. I get in and out of a lot of different keys in this tuning. If we looked at another one of the tunes, Tap Daddy, it's built in the key of D. In that case, in building my bass line, I'm just playing single bass notes like a bass player would. It's really rare to see a bass player reach out and play a root and a fifth in that low of a register. Let's see, this tuning is also used for Helm's Place. It's also used for Don't Know How to Die. I'm trying to think of other tunes that I've done in this. Well, let's see. Helms Plays Tap Daddy, Don't Know How to Die, Into the Light. They're all in this tuning. Some of the pieces I do with my band, a tune called Crazy Love and another tune called Or Did I Love Ya, are both in this tuning. And one of my other favorite tunings to use that I use quite a bit is pretty close in some ways to that tuning. On this dreadnought, I keep this one tuned D-A-D across the bottom 3 strings. And then I create a unison tone on the 3rd string. The G string is tuned down to A. So D, A, D across the bottom. The G string drops down to D. So you've got a unison there. A, where the B used to be. The 2nd string is A, where the B used to be. And then the high E string drops down to D. So D, A, D, D again, A, and D. Dad, Dad is what this tuning is. And this is the tuning that I use. Let's see, I play in the key of G minor on at G minor with D-A-D, D-A-D. Yeah, works great. The key of D major. Obvious that would work out really well too. G minor, or D minor. On I'm Keeping On. Dad, again in D major on Fingerdance. So I do a lot of different keys, and those are 2 of the basic and most important altar tunings that I have put a lot of time and energy into making them work, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about that.